Does the person you are with encourage you to read? You have to ask, what does he bring for me? Roses or books? If someone has a stake in making you better, that person will push you towards books. Books are what we all need.
Acharya, I also have one more confusion. So I heard a story about Krishna and Arjun. Like someone asked them for some kind of I don't know the exact story, but I heard like the guy asked him the guy no, general guy asked them like, I want to eat all the jungle. So both Krishna and Arjun killed all the animals from the jungle. So if I have to decide on the actions of Krishna, because as we discussed about this thing, our judgment, and I also believe that actions, through actions only we can judge. So if the story is true, and if I have to see like even like there might be some different message, but killing an animal just to prove another thing is not a.
First of all, would you like to judge your own action? Which is the most important document associated with Krishna? The Gita. Instead of talking about the Gita, you want to talk about some story in which Agnidev comes to Krishna and says, I am, hungry and I want to eat all the animals of this forest. And so Krishna and Arjun go about burning the forest and slaughtering the animals. Pretty exciting story. Much more exciting than the Gita. Would you firstly judge yourself? Right. And see what is it that you are inwardly wanting. What if I right now declare that what Krishna did was not only not godly, but even actually inhuman? You will get a great pretext to now avoid the Gita. Krishna is a bad man. He killed all the innocent animals in the forest. So now I can safely avoid the Gita. That's what you are trying, desperately trying for. Why else do we want to poke holes? I can explain that story to you. In fact, I have already done that. A video already exists in which I have explained in detail what all that myth is about. I could repeat that entire explanation. But before that, I want to ask you, please, when you think of Krishna, do you want to think of the thousands of stories associated with him? Or do you want to think of that one document called the Bhagavad Gita? And if you are obsessed with those stories, does it not tell you that you want to avoid the Gita? Oh, Krishna is a butcher. And Acharya ji is a vegan. So now Acharya ji will have to speak against Krishna. See, how clever am I? Why don't you first of all get the message of the Bhagavad Gita, sir? Who will read that message first? Why are you so adamant that you would avoid that message? Maybe after reading the Gita, you would be in a better position to understand what separates fact and fiction. What discretion really means. How to really read when it comes to spiritual scriptures. You see, these are events too far away from us in history. So if you will look at the historicity associated with them, if you will ask for factuality or actuality, you will always have enough space for doubt. Nothing has really been recorded. Nothing. We do not know when he was born. We do not even know whether he actually existed, There is no conclusive, indisputable evidence. Nothing. So now there is material in front of you. And all the material has the name of Krishna. And there is a lot of material because the name of Krishna has passed through innumerable centuries. Innumerable centuries, innumerable people, and all people have added something to it, subtracted something to it. This is a vast subcontinent, And the myth of Krishna is very, very old. Now all this material is available to you. There are the various Purans devoted to Krishna. There is the Bhagavad Gita. And there is the entire Vaishnav cult that deals with Vishnu and therefore Krishna. Now, the judgment is not upon Krishna, it is upon you. What is it that you want to pick up from this entire material? The entire material has 20,000 stories and Bhagavad Gita. And the 20,000 stories are about 50 different topics. And everything carries the name of Krishna. Now, the jury is out on you. You need to answer why you want to pick up one piece of material compared to the other piece. Why is it that you want to ignore the Gita and talk about other miscellaneous things? And I keep facing questions of these kind. There is no answer. If those questions interest you, then stay with those questions. If Krishna was really an avatar, why couldn't he control the infighting amongst the Yadavs? His own clan perished in some kind of a civil war. If he was really so omnipotent, why couldn't he stop that little hunter from shooting an arrow into his feet? Why did he have to resort to all those things, The killing of Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Duryodhan. All of these were engineered by Krishna. So says the story. Mahabharata, that is. And you can safely say that all of these appear a bit unethical, sometimes grossly unethical. Shikhandi was made to stand in front of Bhishma. Drona was outrightly lied to. Ashwatthama Hato. And then even as Yudhishthir was saying, Narova Kunjarova, somebody blew his conch or something. Against Duryodhan. There was clear cheating. He was hit where no warrior can be hit as per the rules. And Krishna was behind all these things. So you can keep thinking about all these things and entertain yourself. It would be good entertainment. Or you could simply focus on the Gita. People then say, but how do we forget that the same person who told the Gita is also doing all the other things? Then you need not consider that it is the same person. Forget that it is the same person. Just focus on the Gita. Who is Krishna then? Just the author of the Gita. If the Gita is there, it would certainly have had an author, some author. Let the author's name be Krishna and focus only on Gita. All else is just stories. Gita is not a story, you see. Gita is a philosophical document of the highest order. It is not storytelling. This has been the problem with our country. We are just too obsessed with stories. We are gossip mongers. Just as we love to gossip about our neighbor, we also love to gossip about the gurus and the gods. We do not want to go into the Gitas. We want to indulge and entertain ourselves with gossips. When it comes to a Gita versus gossip kind of a choice, gossip trumps. Ignore Gita, indulge in gossip. What are you doing to yourself?